Hello, I have no clue where I'm at the moment, but I would like to talk about why I like Loop Hero, and I figure I should tell you what Loop Hero is. So...
Loop Hero is a game where your hero traverses the remains of a world. A simple road, but this road harbors something more menacing. Slime! Oh my god, this is so gross. Why do they do this? But the slimes do have a functional use. Cards! Oh shit, a foil!
The cards do have a functional use. It allows you to restore part of the world to certain tiles, like a forest that allows you to attack faster, to a village that heals you whenever you pass it, and even make more types of monsters appear in the road. It's honestly cool to see how the empty world is slowly brought back bit by bit. It's just a cool form of visual progression that I really enjoy. And I feel like it really works here since the game is an auto battler. It really can't give you agency with the combat, but with the card system you're always thinking where you should place them and when. For example, you get this growth tile that spawns more monsters. So the decision is, do you want to place it as soon as possible so you can get more resources, or is your hero currently struggling and surviving, so it's much better to not even place it? These decisions also extend to more supportive tiles like mountains. How much of the world do you want to dedicate to it, since the more mountain tiles adjacent to each other, the more life you get, but in turn you lose space for other tiles that can benefit you. The game is just filled with so many micro decisions that the lack of agency in combat is completely void personally. And there's still more depth with the tile system by combining them and creating synergies.
What do you see here? One of my favorites. Oh shit, I think somebody's here.
The Vampire Mansion, as menacing as it is a tile that adds vampire lore to each fight around it, which buffs the enemies you're fighting but also allows you to get more resources. The cool thing about it is, I've said before, it can synergize with other pieces. Place it next to a village and bam, it's now overrun by zombies. Next to a library, now you have vampire mages that are well educated but will kill you. And what are the benefits for doing this? Well, for the village, after 3 complete loops, the village upgrades to the Count's lands, a much better version of the village that heals you for more and gives better rewards. And with the library, it allows you to gather a rare resource for your camp. And that reminds me, I forgot to talk about the camp. I tell ya, narrating over the void makes you quite forgetful. Welcome to the camp, one of the last resting places in the void. And here only a handful of survivors are left with not much but their fragmented memories. You are able to help them by using the resources you get from each of your expeditions to construct buildings for them. This is basically a way to upgrade your characters permanently between runs, either by giving you potions to use, a new class, and even unlocking an experience bar for your hero. I'm gonna be honest, I think the camp is okay. I find it interesting that the buildings can be placed in a grid system like the tiles, but I personally feel it doesn't add much since, in my experience, the main buildings that upgrade your hero are usually limited to 1 or 2 in a base, and with buildings that care what's next to, usually with those buildings you have enough space you never really have to worry about placement. To me it's okay, and yes, you can see your progression on the screen, but I don't feel as much satisfaction if I was actually thinking about my choices. And I understand the idea of making sure that you don't want to have a state where the player has to destroy huge portions of their base for making a mistake early on in the building process, but personally, I just feel this part of the game is lacking. But I will say this, one place where the game isn't lacking is the world building, and this part is what really hooked me in. I really find this world really interesting just from the few little details you get from descriptions and dialogues. Like, listen to the mimic description. The mimics surround us in life. Take the coins in the pocket of an old drawer. Where did they come from? Or the odd pair of nails in a drawer? A spare plate in the kitchen? The bloodthirsty chest adventurers find in their way are but the weakest members of their species. Too impatient and incapable of elaborate mimicry, they are too easily discovered. Just reach out or hit them, and that's it. I must publish this article as soon as possible. Everyone must know the truth. Mr. Sercho was found choked to death with a metal rake tightly wrapped around the neck. What a terrible suicide. I find this description so funny and horrifying at the same time. They're able to paint such a cool picture of what this world used to be like, and I can gush even more about this stuff. Like, fuck, I will. Cause there's a lot more interesting things around here. Like, when you first talk to the goblins, this fucking happens. Stop! Where did these goblins come from? I don't remember remembering you. We remember ourselves! Now give us all your things! You have no idea what's going on, right? Why don't you help me restore order in this world first? You can do everything you want when I'm done. Goblin must rob! No other order in the world! Fair enough. Guess I don't have any other good objection to that. Oh wait, I do have one. How about... I like the idea that the goblins were so stubborn that they made themselves be remembered into existence. I just love it. It's just so stupid. And there's more stories in this world that just make me so interested. Like the forest, apparently is strangely aware of the hero's existence and the world around it, so naturally it tries to mimic civilized life, even to the point where the forest mimics forget they're copying the world around them. It's weird stuff that works so well in this world. Like there's a big old tin man who doesn't know what to do with existence. I love this guy and his existential issues. They're just so relatable. And since we're on the topic of existential dread, that's one major aspect of the story I really enjoy. There's a lot that deals with this concept, from fearing the ends of one's life, to the fear of currently existing, and the fear just everything in our lives doesn't matter. I really like these concepts since it works so well in delving deeper into this world's lore. Like there's a desert that harbors sand people who used to be adventurers and are devoted on a mission to spread immortality by becoming one with the desert. And many people usually run into them and run away from fear. But when an adventurer is nearing their end, usually they come back pleading to find one of them to turn them into a sand person, because now they fear reaching their end of their story. This world is so compelling for me, and I wanted to experience more, but sadly after you beat the game, the only other source of material are the descriptions you get in the game, and it's fine, I definitely would like to see more, but man, I really like this world. I like Loop Hero. It was a game that was on my radar for a while, and I'm really happy I was able to play. It really blew me away from how fun the gameplay was, even though how simplistic it seems, and just how expansive the world was just through its own world building. I will 100% recommend it to anybody who just finds this interesting. And I'm really excited to see what this team does next, and I hope to see more of the worlds, cause man, this one was super rad. Hi, thanks for watching the video. I really hope you did enjoy it because I put a lot of dumb effort on this because there was a lot of things that didn't work out in this video originally that I had planned. For example, there was a lot of green screen bits I had going on, but it didn't work well with the area I made because as you can see here, I'm going to be flying around with some of the scenes I made. Yeah, I tried to do stuff with Blender. You saw one of them with the vampire scene. I like how that turned out. It was pretty bad. Other than that, yeah, I did learn a lot of how to mess around with the green screen, so that's a good plus. Yeah, so if you did enjoy it, please give it a like and subscribe. Oh yeah, music. Before I sign out, this game music is pretty fucking dope. I'm pretty sure you're listening to one of the other soundtracks because this game has some pretty good music. Yeah. I hope you enjoy these little bloopers that I'm going to be showing next because fuck man. Yeah, thanks. Bye. But the slimes do have functional use. What the fuck am I? Yeah, and it's a really cool mechanic, and it allows you to remember the world through use of cards. I love that you can see I'm contemplating like, what the fuck am I doing?